All right, I'm here with my buddy Richard. Richard used to paraglide back in the 90s. What did you used to fly?
Let's see, it was a Will's Wing, 123.
Okay, so you used to fly a Wheels Wing 123. And what was your reserve chute?
Well, it was a pocket rocket that was about half the size of my chute, or my wing, it felt like sometimes. I bought it used, so I've never actually used it. Theoretically, you yank on a connecting line and it shoots the parachute out on a rocket so it gets far enough away from your wing where it can inflate. Never did try it. It's been sitting in my garage for years. We think that there's about a 1 in 10 chance that it's going to launch, but it's going to be worth a try. So we're going to yank it and find out what happens. And if nothing else, we'll unpack it and pop it out in the wind just to see how the chute looks.
Right, so we are on the top of this beautiful mountain range, and we're going to strap it to this wonderful crude oil sign here and see how it goes. Gaffer tape. Gaffer tape for the wind. Stuff straight. Get it. I'm glad we did not need this in an emergency and grab the wrong handle.
Yeah.
All right, Max, back up.
Launch. Holy cats and dogs.
Man, that thing flew out of there like a bat out of hell. That is so cool. Being 25 years old, at least, if not 30, 35 years old, this thing worked awesome.
Chute itself.
Still, whoa, this is a heavy slug.
Oh yeah?
This thing probably weighs like half a pound. Although that's what you want. You don't want it to blow up on you.
Here's the last of the bag. If it would have hit any wind at all, it would have been placed, I think. Woo! Look at it go! Oh,
Look at it go.
that's a perfectly good chute. So that's the tube that held the propellant and the slug that launched out, trailing the chute behind it.
So we launched the pocket rocket equipped paraglider pilot rescue system. This thing was 30, 35 years old. What'd you think, Richard?
I was astounded that it still worked perfectly well. If I would have had to launch that thing, it would have popped it out away from the wing and more than likely inflated and kept me from dying. So, I bought it for that reason. I think it did its job years later, way longer than I would have expected for a rocket. You're supposed to have these things checked every 2 or 3 years. I kept it in my garage for decades. So
yeah, I think the reserve needs to get repacked every few years so it'll be crumpled up and easier to open. But it seems like the rocket's good for decades.
it does, although they want you to replace the rocket too because propellant can absorb water, but it's been in a safe, dry location, so I never had an issue with that.
Yeah. So if you've got a BRS, not legal advice, but it seems like these things are pretty solid for a long time.
Yep.
And if it comes down to pull it or don't pull it, I'd say, pull it. Like, chance of saving your life is definitely there.
But make sure, unlike me, that you know that you're supposed to open up the tap and then grab the ring. We didn't realize that at the time because it never got that far.
How hard was it to pull the ring?
Oh, it was easy.
Oh,
yeah.
Great. Bad thing it didn't just randomly pull sometime.
Yeah. It wasn't loose. I had to give it a tug, but I didn't have to yank. I gave it a good tug and it popped right out.
All right. Well, success. Hope you guys liked that video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.